Now, the results of fatigue crack initiation test are usually plotted as maximum, minimum, and stress amplitude on y-axis against the number of cycles to failure n. The number of cycles of failure is generally plotted on logarithmic scale, while stress plotted either linear or logarithmic scale itself. The regime in which the peak load is above the yield strength, referred to as low cycle fatigue, components usually ensure less than 10 to the power 4 means 1 lakh cycles during low cycle failure. In contrast, the peak cycle stress is below the yield strength of the material. The component undergoes more than 10 to the power 4 cycle reversal, and the regime is referred to as high cycle fatigue. So, figure 4 depends on some of these practical general characteristics of this fatigue. So, that is 10 to the power 4 cycles. If it's endured less than that, during low cycle fatigue, but in high cycle fatigue generally calls that the component can endure more than 10 to 20 power 4 cycle reversal, and when it is called high cycle fatigue itself. Let us go to the next one. Now, fatigue of untracked component. It can be go to high cycle failure and it can go for low cycle failure itself. No tracks are pre-exist. There was no tracks anywhere, but initial controlled fracture will determine the fatigue life. Initiation of the controlled fracture dominates the fatigue life of the component. Example is fatigue of these fatigue components such as the ball races, gear teeth, axis, shafts, etc. The peak stress of the cycle loading is below the yield strength of the material, and life between the factor is more or less greater than equal to T bar 4 cycle, and means 10,000 cycles. The examples are all rotating or vibrating components. Peak stress in the cycle here, low cycle failure. Cycle loading is above the yield strength of the material. The life before the factor is less than or equal to T bar 4. Here also peak stress is above the cycle. Here the peak stress is below the yield strength. Here peak stress should be above the yield strength here. But cycle of here case cycle life before the fracture is less than 20 power or 10 to the power 10,000 cycles. But if the peak phase is below the cycle, then it is called 10 to the power 4. It is called high cycle fatigue. So peak stress is important everywhere. If it is less than the yield strength, then the cycle of failure will the number of cycle before the failure is more. But it is obvious that if the cycle is higher than the yield strength, number of cycle will be less than before the failure itself. And the crack of the fatigue of cracked structure. It was the fatigue of uncracked, but here's the fatigue of already cracked structures. Cracks pre-exist sometimes in the material. Propagation, control fracture will dominate the fatigue life of the component. It is already definite. The cracks are already produced, and here is also fatigue. This crack control fatigue will dominate the fatigue life of the component. The examples of this category of fatigue are all large structures produced by welding, diffusion bonding, coatings, etc. So, due to the action of some other process, say welding or diffusion bonding, some loading, some even hardening, there can be exist the predetermined stack in the structure itself. That will also creates most important factor over the cycle of stress. So that may not follow this high factor fatigue failure or low cycle fatigue failure. Some of the important characteristics of fatigue is the peak stress. In case of cantilever bar testing is obtained by the following formula for the 4-point cantilever bending. Sigma A is 32 mb divided by pi d to the power q, where mb is the bending moment, p into I divided by 2, d is the diameter of the sample, p is the applied load PL, and L is the length of the sample itself. For single end cantilever testing, cantilever testing, sigma A is 32px, where x is the distance along the length of the fixed end and the maximum value of x can be 1 itself. The distance of where x is the load, p is the load, d is the diameter, and x is the distance of the load from the fixed end itself. Now, what will be the experimental procedure? To make the fatigue test fast, we have to polish the sample surface as smooth as possible and observe even under magnifying glass, if possible, even under microscope, not any subject defect and deep scratch or machining mark itself. Reject the material if you find any such defect, because it is already it has a sign of failure and it will just increase if you apply fatigue over it. So you have to reject the material. Mere dimensions of the given specimen, measure the dimensions of the specimen. Fit the specimen in the sample holder such that it passes through the opening provided in the rod on which the loads are seated. So you have to put it properly in the vise, it should be properly centered, and you have to be in the opening where with which the loads are scaled itself. After fitting the sample, keep the designed load on the seat provided on the load. Switch on the instrument to conduct the fatigue test and record the time of failure when it records. Note the appearance of the fatigue surface in each cases. Switch on the experiment means start the experiment to conduct the fatigue test and record the time or number of cycles record for the failure itself when it is occurs. Note the appearance of the fatigue surface in each case itself. Okay, this is so much for the theory portion of the beam itself. Let us go through the videos.
सर आपका साउंड नहीं आ रहा है सर, एक भी थोड़ा।
क्या
सर साउंड नहीं आ रहा है सर आपका।
साउंड ना ना चालू करिए आगे।
अब आ रहा है सर, नहीं आ रहा था सर आपका साउंड, आपका वॉइस नहीं आ रहा था सर।
दाड़ा दाड़ा कॉलेज नहीं करो।
हो गया सर, आ रहा है अभी
ना sound